Hello, let's look at the next test of significance. This is the second method of student t-test, which is used for comparison of means of two samples. Let's look at it in details. As we already know the first method, there's going to be a slight modification in the second method. When the t-test is applied to the two set of data, now the mu is replaced by the mean of the second set. As we all remember, in the first method, it was the NIST standard that we had used, which gives a reference data. So we have the parameter mu there. Now we are going to compare the two data sets or two methods. Hence, the mu will be replaced by a mean of the second set. That is, when we have two sets, now it will be x1 bar and x2 bar as the standard deviation, as the mean of the two data sets. The reciprocal of square root of n upon s that we had used in calculation of t is now replaced by the difference between the two standard deviations. So as it shows there in the expression, it will now be x1 bar minus x2 bar. The square root of n upon s now will be replaced by the term that is written there down, which is nothing but which incorporates both the data sets, that is n1 and n2 for the two methods. We are going to introduce another term, which is pooled standard deviation. As it showed, now square root of n upon s will be replaced by that square root of n, which is going to combine the two n1 and n2 upon sp. Now sp stands for pooled standard deviation of the individual measurement, where the n stands for total data set points, that is n1 plus n2. Remember one thing here, the degree of freedom now will be n1 plus n2 minus 2. As the expression shows in the SP for the calculation, now it will be summation of xi1 minus x1 bar the whole square plus, that is for the first data set, plus the summation of xi2 minus x2 bar the whole square, which is for the second data set. The SP is used to obtain improved estimate of the precision, and it is also used to calculate the precision of two set of data in a paired test as well. So instead of a single data set, several set of analysis with different conditions can be used. In applying this t-test between two methods, it is always assumed that the both methods have same standard deviation, okay, which means each represent the precision of their population. Now, this can be tested by applying the F-test, as we have seen it before. So, using the F-test, that is by calculating the variance, comparing the variances of the two methods, if we can find out that there is no much difference, significant difference in the two methods, then we can proceed for applying the student t-test. Let's look at this example. It's a new gravimetric method, which is test method that has been given there, which is developed for determining iron. Now, iron is precipitated in the crystalline form. The accuracy is checked by analyzing the iron in the sample, and we are comparing it with the reference method, wherein they have used ammonia for precipitation and weighing the precipitate. That is the usual method. The table shows the results which are reported as percent of the Fe, that is iron content. We have to find out whether there is a significant difference between the two methods, that is test method and reference method, at 95% confidence interval. As I said before, we have to first apply the F-test. Remember this, we have to first apply the F-test to find out whether there is a significant difference in the variances of the two methods. Only when there is no difference in the variances, we can proceed to apply the student t-test. So you will calculate the F value and find out whether there is a difference in the two, that is test method and reference method, or not. Let's proceed to the next. This is the tabulated value of t. for the various degree of freedom. As I said, you're going to calculate at 95% confidence interval for the degree of freedom. Now remember, as I said before, you're going to combine the two. That is, n is now n1 plus n2. So your degree of freedom will be n1 plus n2 minus 2. So for which you will calculate at 95% confidence level the t value, tabulated t value, and then compare it with the calculated t value and find out the answer for this given example.